Do you want that book open the way it is? That's okay.
Yep. Go ahead. Start it. Hi, Karen. Welcome back. It's nice to see you again. Last time we discussed an issue that you wanted to talk about in therapy, and this time we're going to start working on a treatment plan. Does that sound good to you?
Well, honestly, I only came today to let you know I don't think that this is for me. Honestly, I came to you because I'm having the issue managing my schedule with work and school and my family. But the time that I'm spending with you, I actually could be doing something else. I'm stretched really, really thin, and right now, I just don't feel that therapy is for me.
Okay. Was there something that happened between this week that we haven't seen each other that might have changed your mind? Like maybe an outside influence or something like that?
I just feel that right now, this is not the time for me. Like I said, I just came all this way to let you know because I know you have other people and I don't want to waste your time. I know that this isn't right for me right now.
Okay, well, last week when we talked, you seemed pretty excited and determined to change. On a scale from 1 to 10, 0 being the least important and 10 being the most important, how important is it to you to change your time management skills?
I'm going to say it's 10.
It's 10?
It's 10. Yeah.
So why isn't it lower than that, like maybe a 7 or a 6?
Because I know that if I don't work on fixing my time management, everything else around me is going to fail. So it's of high, importance to me. It's just I can't figure out how to do that. That's my issue.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing you say is that it's very important to you to change your time management. So what makes you not want to come to therapy anymore to work on that?
Because I feel like I honestly don't even have time to do that. Again, in the time I'm spending with you telling you my problems, I feel like I could be doing something to fix them.
Okay. Well, what's the worst possible outcome that you think could end up happening if you don't change your time management skills soon?
I might lose my marriage. I could fail out of school. I could lose my job. My kids won't remember me because I'm not home enough. So the worst possible outcome is everything falling apart around me. All of my relationships and obligations are going to fall apart around me.
Okay. So you're saying that you don't have time to fix these things, but I'm also hearing you say that you have reasons why you need to fix these things, so maybe you're a little ambivalent on if you're willing to change or if you want to change still.
Yeah, I am. I mean, one part of me knows I need to change it, right? I know I need to change these things. But another part of me is saying you really don't even have the time to do it, so why bother? I've been making it. It's just that I wish it was an easier transition to make it. So yeah, I am on the fence about changing it.
All right. And is it something that you plan on changing in the future because you just don't have the time right now to change it, or is it just something that you're not ready to even tackle?
I mean, once things settle down, I think that I would want to change it because, again, that's the whole reason why I came in. I just don't foresee it happening anytime soon because I don't even have the time to slow down to fix the problem.
Okay.
And I realize that.
I thank you for actually coming back, even though you don't seem like you really want to be here. I really appreciate you coming back and at least letting me know that you're not ready to work on that. But if you don't mind me saying this, are you willing to maybe see it from a different point of view? Because if you do end up changing your time management skills, you obviously know what could happen if you don't, and you're worried about that. So maybe if you do go ahead and change, maybe you'll have more time for your husband, like you were saying, and for your kids, and instead of, like we talked about last time, you sometimes wait a little too long to do certain school projects and stuff like that. Maybe if you did them in increments of time throughout the week, you wouldn't have to wait until the last second and it just wouldn't be an issue. You'd be able to see your kids for dinner and your husband at night.
I mean, I could see that. And it would be something I would like to do. I just honestly don't have the skills to do it. And when I've been trying it on my own, it's just really, really frustrating because I'm not achieving. I would like to be home at least twice a week for dinner. Well, 3 times maybe. A little more.
So you do have goals for what you hope your future looks like with your time management and what you hope comes out of that.
I want more time with my family, and I want to feel like I'm not all over the place because that's the issue I'm having. Like, I need a clone, in all honesty, so I can be in multiple places at once.
Yeah. Okay, well, if you don't want to talk about that, we might as well use our time together for something productive. Is there anything else that you can think of that you might want to talk about?
Yeah, that would be good to switch the subject because I'm getting a little agitated.
Okay.
Because I'm sitting here thinking, man, I'm sitting here talking to my counselor, and I could be doing something, you know? I'm sitting still with you.
Well, that makes perfect sense. I agree with you. It does kind of seem like a waste of time when you haven't seen any progression yet. Even though we've only met twice, I could see why maybe it's not the right time for you to talk about it.
But I do appreciate you respecting what I'm saying.
Okay, well.
Hearing me, because I don't feel heard often.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
I feel that. And I feel that that's one good reason why I came today, because I can let my hair down in here and you hear me.
Okay. Well, that's good to know that you feel that way and you feel comfortable with me. Is there anything else you can think about that maybe we can talk about for the next 20 minutes or so that might get your mind off the whole time management thing?
Another issue that I'm having is I can't get my baby out of bed.
Okay.
She's been sleeping with me and my husband for 23 months, and it's starting to affect the marriage. And I want to get her out, but I don't want to feel like a bad mother in the process.
Okay. Well, what are some things that you've tried already, or if you have, what are some ideas that you might have?
So we've tried putting her crib in the room with our other daughter, so that she won't be by herself, but she just ends up climbing out and getting in the bed with her other daughter, like she has to, sleep with someone. We've tried night lights. We've tried letting her get really, really tired, falling asleep in a deep sleep, and then transferring her to her crib. Nothing has worked. But if you have any ideas that you can share, please, I'm open to it.
Well, it must be very frustrating for you. I'm not a parent myself, so I don't have any ideas right off the top of my head, but after we're done talking today, I can give you some resources.
Okay, thank you.
I have a couple.
That would be really helpful.
Yeah. What have your other children, have you tried maybe having them talk to her, try to take care of her at nighttime to maybe get her out of your bed and give you and your husband some space?
That's something that I haven't really done besides taking her in my daughter's room and putting a crib in there. But like I said, she jumped out of the crib, got into her bed, and she slept just fine. But maybe that's something that we could look at. I mean, we're getting pretty desperate.
Okay. And how is her sleeping in your bed affecting your sleep schedule? Is it?
I'm not sleeping well, and I already have issues with my time management. I'm tired. So this is not helping. And that's one reason why I would want to work on my scheduling, so I could get more sleep. I'm averaging about 3 to 4 hours a night.
Yeah, that's not enough.
All right, I'm up more than I'm sleeping, so I do know that all kind of ties in. I need my rest so that I can be more productive during the day, balance out my schedule. So at the root of it, it all goes back to time management, honestly.
Okay. So not only is time management a problem, but your sleep schedule is becoming a problem as well, which is affecting your time management too.
Yeah.
Maybe even making it a little worse.
And I do know that I need to work on it. It's just, I'm so bothered by it. And sometimes it's easier not to talk about it and just keep going and going. But what I'm worried about is when that burnout hits.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty much there.
Okay.
Pretty much drinking a bunch of caffeine to keep me up. Then it's hard for me to go down and, just Really don't. But I do know I need to change it. I desire to change it. I
Okay.
just don't have the tools to do so.
Have you spoken to maybe a doctor or your child's pediatrician about it?
Not yet.
Maybe there's something, because
That's a good idea though.
I know maybe you can start giving her like natural sleep supplements or something, or rubbing. I know that there's different oils, natural oils that help you sleep. Maybe you can try that. Not for you, but for her. Maybe if she falls asleep quicker in her crib, she won't think about getting out.
Or being in a crib.
Yeah, she won't
Okay.
have time to
That's
think about
something that I can definitely look at. Because maybe it's a reason why she's not sleeping in it more than I can determine. You're right, I should probably seek medical attention for it. It's sad for her and for me. She's tired, I'm tired.
Has your husband said anything about it?
Yeah, he wants her out as well.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't want her in the bed either, but we feel terrible when we put her out and she cries and cries and cries. We try sleep training. It's too painful for us to hear that crying.
Well, that's good that you care about your children in that way, and that
I love her. I love all 7 of them.
that you have given up basically your entire life to her. Can't sleep or anything. What about, have any of your other kids had issues with sleeping, or has it just been her?
God, let me see. My third son, he didn't sleep very well. He was another one that slept in the bed with me, and I made this mistake multiple times with the kids. My third son and the fifth one, I had the issue with keeping them in the bed. They eventually outgrew it, but it was years, and back then it was a strain on a marriage, on my last marriage.
Okay.
So, and I'm still a newlywed. Like, I've only been married 2 years, so I would love to, be able to just sleep only with my husband.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
It's too much at times.
When have you ever maybe taken a break for a weekend, or given yourself a break from that? Like, maybe had her stay with an aunt or something?
No, but I plan on doing it. I feel pretty confident that I'm going to do something. I gotta do something different. I'm pretty confident that I'm gonna do something different.
Okay, so
Don't know what.
So like we were saying earlier, on a scale from 1 to 10, 0 being your least confident and 10 being your most confident, how confident are you that you think you'll have your daughter out of your bed in the next, let's say, 3 months?
Like an 8.
An 8?
A 9.
A 9. Okay, and you've kind of already said a couple reasons why, but why isn't it lower than that?
Because I realize everything is at risk. And I know that it seems like something so small, her being in a baby's in a bed. But it's affecting my marriage, my sleep. I can't really focus during the day and catch up with stuff because I am so tired, I'm unfocused. And that would help. If I could sleep more, I could think better and more effectively during the day. I don't sleep more because I have a baby in the bed that's kicking me and she snores.
Yeah. Okay. Can you remember a time? I know it's only been 23 months since you had her, but can you remember a time when you haven't had a kid in your bed? Like, was there a gap between?
Yeah, so between Rain and Kaylin, there's a 10-year gap. That's my 6th and 7th child. And yeah, I did not have a baby in my bed for 7 years, and I slept well. I felt better. I was able to think more clearly because I wasn't tired. And before I had her, my schedule was different. I was a stay-at-home mom, and now adding to the mix, I'm working, going to school, have a baby in the bed. That's why I can't get my time management together, because I'm exhausted. I'm really messed up.
So what I hear you saying, I just want to make sure I got this right. You have had time to yourself in your bed, not with your new husband, though.
Right.
Correct. Okay.
We've only been married 2 years.
And the entire 2 years you've been sleeping with not only your husband in the bed, but also your baby.
And even before she was here, I was pregnant with her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So she was always somewhere in the bed.
Okay.
So it's been uncomfortable. I mean, we tried to remedy it by getting a bigger bed, but
It didn't help that much.
right. The issue is the child is still there.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
Okay. Well, when you finally do get her out of your bed, do you think that you're gonna miss that? Like, not miss not sleeping, but maybe miss, since it's such a big change for you, like, feel different? Like, it's a big change.
I do. I know I'm gonna miss her. And then that makes me start to go into something else. It's gonna make me feel guilty because it makes me feel guilty because I know that she wants her mother. She wants to be close to her mother, and I want her out. And it makes me feel selfish. I want her out so that I can sleep more, so that I can be more focused on the day. And that makes me feel selfish, like this little innocent baby that loves me, and I want her out of my bed.
Okay, well, maybe to help you not think about that so much, I don't think it's selfish. You have to be productive during your day, and you have to make money for your kids to survive, and you can't really do that if you're tired. So looking at it from that point of view might maybe help you feel a little less guilty about it. Like, I'm not a mother, so I can't really say I would feel guilty or I wouldn't, because I've never had to experience that. But from what it sounds like to me, what you're saying is you're gonna feel guilty for kicking your 2-year-old daughter?
Almost. She's just 23 months.
Yeah, she's almost 2 years old, out of your bed.
Yeah.
So you can get sleep, so you can provide for her.
That's right, because I need to get my time management together. But a big part of not being able to do that is because I'm so tired.
Yeah.
I'm unfocused. It takes me longer to do things than if I were well rested because I am so tired. And I drift. My mind just drifts. This has just actually been the hardest couple of years of my life. Excuse me.
Yeah. So you're starting to feel like you are burned out.
Mm-hmm.
Not with your job or with anything like that, but with the situation at home.
I am, because I know that that's a big root of it. That's a big part of it. And I know that although it seems like something so small, it's something so big because I'm tired, so I can't focus. I can't manage my time effectively and get everything done.
Well, I definitely agree with a lot of what you're saying, and it does sound like your daughter sleeping in your bed and keeping you awake at night does have a lot to do with why you struggle with your time management during the day. And what I hear you saying is that maybe in the future, 5 or 6 years from now, hopefully sooner than that, your daughter won't be sleeping in your bed anymore, and you will get a good night's sleep, and you will have your time management under control, and it won't be as, your life won't be all over the place, basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Like, you feel like it is.
I completely agree. That's one of my goals, is to get her out of the bed, but I want to do so in a way that's not traumatizing either. But yes, hopefully within the next 5 to 6 years, she will be out of bed. Sometimes it can really take that long.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to get it done. But that is my goal. It's like my long-term goal is to get her out of the bed and get her more comfortable in her own bed. But she's going to sleep better. I'm going to sleep better. I'm going to be well rested. I can get my scheduling done during the day. And I'll just be able to balance my time out more. So,
well, hopefully for your sanity it isn't 5 or 6 years, because that's a long way away.
that's a long way, but just
Yeah.
the worst case scenario.
Does she have other, like, attachment issues like that? Like,
She has sensory issues. She's 6 months delayed, so she's receiving services for, being behind anyway.
okay.
So yeah, she does. And I know that plays a part into it, which is another reason why I feel so much guilt about it.
Okay.
But this is something that I have to get a hold on, because I have to be able to manage my time effectively, or I'm no good to anybody. That's why I ended up coming into counseling, because it's hard. It's very hard.
Well, I keep hearing you refer back to the time management thing, and it continuously comes up as being an issue for you. I really enjoyed talking about all of the other issues that are going on with your time management at home, but would you be willing to come back again next week for another session and really focus on treatment plan for your time management?
Yeah, although, I still kind of felt like it was just a waste of my time. I am glad that I was able to bounce some ideas off you know what I mean? And you helped me to realize, even though I came in here for time management, at the bottom of it, the root of this is I've got to get the child out the bed. So that made me think about it. And I felt like you heard me today. So yes, I'll be willing to come back.
Yeah. I mean, we can continue to talk. We don't have to work on one specific thing, but it just sounds like a lot of what you have to say all refers back to your time management. And we can continue to meet once a week like we've been doing, same time and everything,
Okay.
and just kind of go over some things that maybe you can change in your life to maybe make your time management skills just a little bit better.
And I'm going to do what you said. I'm going to talk to her pediatrician.
Yeah, I
that.
think you should definitely do that.
And I'll let you know on our next visit how that went.
Well, that sounds good. So next Tuesday at 5 o'clock sound good to you? We can meet again.
Good. Yes, I do need to come back and see you. So thank you for that.
All right. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about before we end the meeting?
No, I felt like this was good. Again, I came in like, no, this isn't working, but you did, like I said, give me something to talk to our pediatrician. Just try everything. And I know that I have to get my time management under control. I want to change it.
Okay. Well, it's definitely completely normal for people to be ambivalent when it comes to big decisions like this, especially when they've been living one certain way for as long as they can remember, really. But just to kind of sum everything up into a little summary, at first you didn't really want to change your time management. We talked a little bit about some different things, and now you're kind of back on the tracks, and you kind of see that you're ready to change your time management skills, and it would really benefit you and your kids and your husband and your career.
Yes, that's good.
All right. Well, that sounds good. I'll see you next week, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Yep,
See
no
you next